Hey, how are ya? My name is Casper, and it's been a while. Sorry about that. I really wish my upload schedule wasn't so scattered and sporadic, but I am still a person, and I have a life outside the internet. Two little warnings before we start. One, my mic quality is not that good right now. I'm sorry about that. It will never be super good. I'm sorry. And also, this video is gonna get a little serious at times. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but it's not the fun, happy, like, woo, everything is cool and swag and awesome all the time kind of video, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, as you all can see, I've been gone for a while, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why I've been gone for so long. YouTube is one of my favorite things I have ever done, but again, I am a person and I have things to do in my life outside of the internet. I am currently a high school student, and we are nearing the end of term, and I am very stressed, and I have been. School has been stressing me out a lot lately. But besides school, I've been actually working on myself a lot as well. Just a lot of things with myself, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling. I went through a really tough time last year with a lot of things. My anxiety was peaking. I was angry and sad a lot all of the time, and it was not great, and I fell into some really not so great coping mechanisms to try and fix what I thought was broken. But yeah, it turned into a whole mess that I had to pretty much resolve all by myself, which was not great for my motivation, because I was constantly trying to fix something that I couldn't fix on my own, even though I thought I could. It turned into, instead of me trying to go get help, it was me being like, I think doing this by myself is easier than having other people have to deal with my problems, even if it was a therapist or someone who is trained to listen to people talk about their problems. I felt like I was that would be too much of a burden on their back to try and help me, even though that's their job, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's the basic gist of it. And because I fell into this funk, I just kept falling into even more unhealthy habits. It was just a cycle. And when I almost made it out of this funk I was right there. I could see the horizon, or whatever you want to say. I fell straight back in, and it was a whole cycle of me thinking I'm going to get better, and thinking I'm going to change the way I'm viewing things, and just be happier, and talk to people, and realize that I need to get help, and then fall straight back into this awful mindset. One could say I let myself go, and I was not really going to anyone for this kind of thing, because, again, the whole, oh no, I'm a burden. Does that make sense? I don't really know how to explain this stuff well. I'm not good at talking about this stuff. My friends knew I was struggling, and they did all they could to help me, and that was really sweet of them, but I was closing myself off, and I ended up becoming very hostile and bitter and angry, and it was not good. I was pushing people away that I wanted to have in my life. Yeah. It was only until I started up theater again that I started feeling a lot better, actually. And I know that sounds really, really stupid, but I am an extreme extrovert, and meeting new people was exactly what I needed to get out of this funk. Being an extrovert and also having these feelings is really hard, because when you feel like talking to people will, like, help you, and, like, oh yes, this can get me out of this, and you don't have that kind of, like, connection, but you're also too scared to talk to people, it's hard to get out of the the bad habits. You know, I don't know how to talk. Being in theater, again, actually did wonders for me. I did not expect it to do what it did, but I ended up meeting two of my most favorite people in the whole wide world, and they've made my life a joy, literal joy to live. And I know at least one of them is watching this right now, so hi Fletcher and hi Jacob. Thanks for getting me out of a rut. Anyways, when I realized all these things about myself in this time frame of going back into theater, I turned to the way I perceive myself and the way I look at myself, my sona. I know this may sound really silly and stupid, but my sona is very important to me. It is a direct reflection. I don't know if reflection is the right word, but I'm gonna use reflection because I don't have another word. It's a direct reflection of how I want to perceive myself and how I want others to see me, you know? But that doesn't mean it's exactly like me. It's kind of like the way I want to see myself. The way I wish I was, but also sprinkling in those things that I actually am. You know, having the elements of me, you know? This video is, mostly not scripted, so I'm kind of just going with whatever my mind tries to come up with, and I'm kind of speaking nonsense, so sorry. I spent hours, days, months even, trying to design my sona as something I could be proud of, and something I could look at and step back and be like, yes, this is what I like, this is what I want. And nothing stuck. Until I drew myself with a flat chest. Now, I know that sounds really stupid to some people, and really dumb, but for years I've been drawing myself the way that I have been, because when I was younger, I pushed away all thoughts pertaining to not being a female. I just always had this thought in my head that I would never be accepted by others around me, and I thought it would only cause more distress in my life, if that makes sense. But the day I drew myself with a flat chest, I felt like this weight was lifted off of me, and I felt like I was able to see who I really wanted to be. So after that, I completely redesigned my sona, and a lot of you saw that on my Instagram, and you were very welcoming to the idea, which I appreciate so much. Wow, that was a lot, but I think that kind of explains where I've been and why I've been gone, without getting too personal, because you guys probably don't want to hear about the scary stuff. We're here for fun on this channel, you know? I just want to thank you very much for listening. YouTube is super important to me, and I want you all to know that. So, I'll be trying to post at least once every 2 months. If I can get to 1 post a month, that would be great, but I'm not sure I can get there quite yet. Thank you for being patient with me, and I hope you're ready for some changes around here.